So, how's everybody doing? I am grilling out. I'm fixing some barbecue pork ribs and having a glass of wine. My son just left a little while ago, and we just did hopefully the ending of our first and second episode of the KISS podcast that we had been planning on doing. Well, I've been planning on doing it for years, but I finally got all the camera gear and the mics and everything set up, so I started doing it with him. We actually started the KISS vlog or the podcast last week, but my daughter-in-law is pregnant, and so she's 3 months ready, or 3 months from having my third grandchild. And this one is going to be a little boy named Daniel, and so we are very excited about this one. So that means that we've got 2 girls and 1 boy. So let's go check on the ribs right quick. I actually wish I would have fixed the ribs on my smoker instead of on this small grill, but hopefully everything will turn out good. But anyway, so yeah, we've been wanting to do the podcast for a while, and it's something that I've been thinking about ever since podcast first started, and I found out what it is because I've always been interested in doing radio. Being a DJ, I've always thought that was really cool. So doing the podcast when they first started, it was pretty much all audio, so it's sort of like doing your own radio. And so that's what I first originally started whenever I created my first YouTube channel, which was Interview back 2010, I think it was. But I ended up doing videos for it, so it was pretty much me doing a vlog on Dallas Cowboys and whatever else it was that I was interested in at that time, and plus some serious issues and so forth. And then I got into doing instructional videos, and that's where Dark Effect Studios came in. And then I created the vlog channel. I created the vlog channel right after we moved where we're living at now. And I've just been keeping it going and trying to produce content that y'all might be interested in doing. So I decided I'd go ahead and start doing vlogs more often. And instead of just doing the barbecue vlogs and working on vehicles, that I would go in and I would also do vlogs about what I'm up to, what's going on. And but yeah, it's kind of funky when you're sitting outside and you start hearing noises behind you, and you wonder what animal is going to come up and eat your ass. So we got a few more minutes and then it will be done. It'll be time for me to go in and feed myself and feed my mother and finish polishing off my box wine. Yeah, and but yeah, so I've got all sorts of things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start doing a vlog and posting that here on this channel, and I'm going to start doing that. I've actually done the intro for the vlog, and I'm going to be hopefully editing that either this evening or tomorrow and uploading that, but I'm going to go ahead and upload this one first. This is just me out here cooking some pig ribs and having a glass of wine and watching my puppy Shandy at the door. But yeah, I enjoy having my son over here and doing these podcasts and stuff. It is really cool. I mean, I love my son with all my heart. And but yeah, I'm hoping to start doing the podcast with my daughter-in-law this weekend as well. because I've got to see. I'm the kind of person I do not like for anybody to feel left out, and especially a girl, and especially when that girl is my son's other half, or some would say better half. And so I told her, I said, I want to do something with you as well. That way you don't feel like you're being left out or being pushed aside. And me and her have a lot of the same things in common. And so this weekend I'm going to start the podcast with her as well. And I think she's going to do very well on it. It's really hard to, as me and my son, I mean, we're huge Kiss fans, so that was our first podcast, was doing the Kiss podcast. And it's really hard to keep up with everything and to stay on track. And so everything's got to be edited and stitched together to make it to where it'll be a fluid video. And so, I mean, I watch Joe Rogan, and that podcast that Joe Rogan does that ends up being an hour and a half, you know damn good and well it's not an hour and a half, it's probably about 3 or 4 hours. And even though Joe Rogan is really good at what he does, and I commend him for it, you know that all that stuff is being stitched together. Well, it was not ready. And so some of the small pieces are. So I took them and put them in the house. But these 3 big pieces, they need to cook a little bit longer. Damn, that tastes so good. That's when you know something's good, is whenever you can't talk, so you just eat. But oh man. I mean, I enjoy the cold weather. I enjoy the cool weather. I love it whenever it's nice and brisk outside. But there ain't nothing better than being able to sit outside. I mean, it's just a slight bit chilly out here, but it's okay. I could go with having maybe a long sleeve shirt on, but not a coat or a jacket or anything like that. But it is right comfortable out here. And so a glass of wine, barbecue right behind me. Like I said, I wish I would have done it in the big grill. Then I think it would have done a lot better than what it is inside the small grill. It's hard to keep them from getting burned because of the fact that they're about that far away from the embers of the coal. But at least it's not flaming up. And we had steaks the other night, and I walked inside for not even a minute, walked back outside, and the flames were coming out of the grill because the fat inside of the steak just it dripped so much inside of the embers that it just lit everything up, so everything was like fire. And so I came over here, opened up the grill, and I grabbed a hold of one of the steaks and I picked it up, and that daggone thing was on fire. But luckily it didn't burn it. So I came out here just at the right time. But half of my steak was absolutely delicious. The other side was the one that got the most flame, which was the part that was in the center. And but it happened to both mine and my mom's steaks. So both of our centers got a little bit too cooked. So I ended up giving that to our puppy. And then, so mom's taking the puppy out right now. And so, let's go check on the food. Well, for me, I would rather fix ribs that are already deboned. I'm not a big fan of having the bone in on my ribs. I reckon that's what you call bone in. And but that's what these 3 pieces are. They're just really big, thick pieces, and they got the bone in them. And it's making it a little bit hard to freaking cook because of the constant turning over process. But that piece I was eating a minute ago, oh my goodness, I wish every single bit of it was already done so we can get in yonder and start eating. And, so my mother is just staring at me now. She's walking to the door trying to figure out what it is that I'm doing. Mom's hearing ain't the best in the world anymore. If y'all seen my video about me doing the headset or the Bluetooth for my mom, that's so she can watch TV and be able to hear what it is that she's watching, so at least she can enjoy what it is that she's watching on TV. But yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of stuff going on that is going to keep me right busy. I also do Instacart, and I think I might have mentioned in one of my videos prior, maybe, possibly, but I used to work for a magazine company, and a company called TNG, and the company screwed me over. My district manager, Keeley, or whatever the heck her last name is, I can't remember. She ain't worth even friggin' mentioning, to be honest with you. But she made a huge mistake, and she didn't know how to cover up her mistake, which was she had issued my store to somebody else. And I had worked that store that day. Nobody had even been in that store, so I worked that store that day. And so whenever I turned in my time to her, because nothing showed up on my time for being able to work the CVS stores on that day, she comes back and she tells me, oh, somebody's already worked that store that you said that you worked. So I had to go in. And I contacted HR, and I let them know what was going on, and so they said that I had to show proof that I had worked that store, so I got in contact with the store manager, and I adore this woman. She grabbed a hold of the video for me, and she grabbed a hold of some still images for me and sent them over to me, which had the timestamp on it and everything. Sent that over to them, and instead of them saying, we are sorry, yes, you did work that store, them stupid damn people came back and told me that thank you for providing the images for us, but we have more discrepancies in some of your other stores. So I said, you gotta be kidding me. Never heard another damn word from them, and that was beginning of January. So what it pretty much comes down to is that this kid, her name is Keeley, I don't know her last name, and I'm not going to mention it, but if y'all know anybody named Keeley from North Carolina that works for a company called TNG, then yeah, that's Keeley. So what it amounts to is that she made a mistake. She told her managers that I did not work that store and that she had somebody else work it that actually clocked the store. So whoever the hell clocked that store, clocked it and never worked it, so that is illegal, and that person needs to be fired. And I don't know if they can press charges against them or not, but they need to be fired, and I am owed a humongous apology. Okay, that's the grill. I swear it sounds like something's out in the woods back on it. But anyway, but yes, so she lied, or I wouldn't say she lied. I'd say that she made a mistake, and instead of her admitting that she made a mistake and telling her managers, listen, I made a mistake. Mr. Barron did work that store. I am so sorry. Instead of that being the case, the company gets behind her. That stupid damn girl cost me my job, and the company stood behind a girl who clearly makes mistakes, and I found out that I'm not the only one that she's lied to. I'm not the only one that she screwed up with. I'm just the only one that turned her ass in, because everybody else is scared to speak their mind, to tell the truth, and to get shit done. And my name is Wayne Barron. This is my vlog, and I get shit done. Y'all have a good evening. Y'all have a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. Yep, mine is busy all weekend. Y'all have a good one now. Bye-bye.